Hi guys, my name is Megan and today I have a book review for A Conjuring of Light for you. Okay, so I really took my time reading this book. It took almost 3.5 weeks for me to get through this book just because this one's an extended version, so it has 640 something pages. This one's got a interview with the author and the editors, as well as some other extra little bits of information, but I really took my time with this one because I wanted to stay in this world a lot because these characters have grown to mean so much to me, and it almost never takes me 3 weeks to get through a book, but look at how massive this thing is. I'm still trying to process my feelings for this book because I mean, it's just so well written and just so full of information, and it jumps from one adventure to the next, and I'm still trying to process it, but I hope this review goes okay. So just so you know, this book is brutal. It like ripped my heart out and stomped on it in the best way possible. Even though that sounds like a terrible thing to say, this book will rip your heart out more than once. It's definitely a lot darker than the first two books, and the first two books are, the second one at least is pretty dark. This one goes like way past that one, and it's dark and brutal and everything that this book really needed to be to finish off this series. Seriously, I was like shocked at a couple of character deaths. I was like, why? Those are my babies. They're so innocent, and just why? My poor babies. Because these characters are like my children now. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to them anymore. They just need cuddles and hugs and just to be protected at all costs. Even though I know they can protect themselves, I feel like I need to protect them. And I think that's where a lot of my love for this book comes from, is that these characters have been through so much shit and adversity and things that would have broken them, and they're still there. And this book the characters are allowed to grieve and they're allowed to show their sadness. That doesn't often happen in a book where there's a ton of action and a lot of like disasters. Their characters are often forced to set aside their own grief and just deal with whatever situations they're put in. But these characters are allowed to grieve in their own ways, whether that be through drinking or crying or talking it out or, you know, whatever. They're allowed to process their grief. I know Holland is a particular character that people either really love him or hate him. I really liked how his character developed through the first two books, and then especially in this book, because you see him going from being so hated to maybe making alliances and then like redeeming himself. And I loved his character development, but I also really loved everybody else's character development, whether that was Rye and him dealing with his issues of being dead and resurrected, and then Kel and all of his guilt and all the pressure that he's put under, and Lila trying to find her place in a new world. Alucard, he has so much shit on his plate already. His family doesn't understand him. He's been outcast. He's been basically the boy. Just, I'm surprised he didn't have a nervous breakdown, even though he's like the one that's like the calmest in all of these batshit situations. And I just love him to pieces. A lot of the other characters, like the side character development, was really amazing as well, and the progression of the like bad guy or the antagonist character, that was really great, because you see this character start off in one place and then go through their character arc of being all evil and shit, and then to the final ending, which I'm not going to spoil because that ending was incredible. The ending fight scenes, I'm just like, what is going on? The setting for this is just so detailed and like incredible. I can't even, it seriously leaves me speechless. And I know Victoria Schwab said there's going to be more books in this. There's also going to be a comic book series about Rye's father, which I'm super excited to get into. I can't wait to see what else she does with this world, because I feel like they're, like I said, I feel like they're my children, but also I feel like they're friends that I would love to visit again in new situations, and to see where they're at in life, and to see what other new adventures we can find in this world, because this world is so detailed and just so big. I mean, there's 3 different Londons: White London, Grey London, and Red London, but you know, there's also the possibility of Black London still. I really did love this, and I'm still like processing all of my feelings for it, and it's just, there's a lot to take in with this book, but I really fell in love with it. And you know, I'm giving it a full 5 out of 5 stars because this book was just so incredible and just so heartbreakingly emotional, and it's one that you should read. If you haven't read the first book, please do. I have reviews for both the first and second book, which I will link above if you want to see them. This book is so intense and magical and just like full of adventures. You won't want to put it down. Like truly you want to savor your time with this book. Because I mean, I just didn't want it to end. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you for joining me for my book review for A Conjuring of Light. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have read this book, who's your favorite character? Mine really vacillates between Kel and Alucard because I love them to pieces, but I love that they're like, they don't necessarily like each other, but they also have like the same end goals of protecting Rye, but I honestly could not choose between them. And you know, Lila is in there too, but I mean, Lila is a given, she's a favorite, but between Kel and Alucard, I could not really pick a favorite. So let me know your guys' favorite down in the comments. If you guys liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You can also hit the notification button, and if you guys want to check me out on social media, hit up the links in the description box. Alrighty, bye guys!